Okay, so I just got done watching the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, and while it wasn't an episode where much happened in terms of story progression, a lot of subtle things did happen. To list a few things, we've got Reira, who we knew was a bit weird and a bit damaged maybe, because he seems to like freak out a lot of the time, but we actually get to see a little flashback into his mind, and we see that as some Obelisk Force members are approaching him, he sees them as kind of like army people in like this desert situation. So perhaps he comes from a different dimension kind of thing, where that place was actually ravaged by real wars with real people with guns and shit like that. So that's what he's traumatized by, and maybe Akaba Reggie saved him from that, and this is why he's so messed up kind of thing. But that was interesting that we got to see a little flashback of that, so that brings a bit more depth to this character. Another thing which was quite a big one, Yugo and Yuri, I get mixed up if it is Yuri, the purple-haired Yuya, they actually meet up and they have a little bit of banter back and forth, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. Yuri, who I thought would be really serious all the time, he's actually quite laid back and he's quite funny and he'll joke around. And Yugo is just clueless, but he's got a heart of gold, so obviously them two together, it was really funny. So what happens is, Yugo says to Yuri, "I've come to fight you, I want Rin back." And he goes, "Oh, well I'll tell you what, I'll give you Rin if you give me Yuzu." And he's like, "I can't do that because she lives in here." And he goes, "What the hell are you talking about?" He says, "Oh, Yuzu died and her spirit lives on within me. So if I ever want to see her, I've just got to look within myself and I can see her." Yuri sort of gives like a look to him and he's like, "Oh, if you feel that way, then you should be able to see Rin whenever you want." And then he disappears. And there's like, he doesn't even think about what he just said. The scene just ends kind of thing without him sort of acknowledging it kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure he just implied that Rin was dead. So, yeah, pretty dark. But if we go all the way back to the start of the episode, basically the Obelisk forces are attacking the Synchro Dimension. And the Synchro Dimension, as a countermeasure, has released Sergey again at his full potential. And he's actually doing quite a good job holding back the Obelisk Force troops from attacking. Apparently Reggie has a plan that once everyone knows what his plan is, they'll trust him a lot more. So he must know what the greater battle is rather than what is being showed. It's not just about, I think, conquering the dimensions. There's something else at play here. Something that did make me laugh about Sergey was the pictures I've seen him, and I think because we've always seen him in the riding duel position, but when he's standing up normal dueling, his waist is so small. That's a weird thing to talk about, but it's like really thin. And he's got like, his legs aren't that big either, but it sort of goes like this. What the hell? Obviously, they've discovered where Selena is, and she's still with Reira and the ninja, who I think's called Tsukikage or something like that. I'm just going to call him the ninja guy. Selena is being selfless and saying, "Just leave me. They're only after me, so you lot just go save yourselves." And Reira's like, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to help you. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to fight them off." Then the ninja's like, "Reira, your stamina's too low. You can't do this." Is right. Then you, Mr. Ninja, you go get the people from underground. I'll hold people off for as long as I can. And then you bring those people back here. Obviously, it doesn't go to plan. Reira gets like bombarded with battle after battle, and he's getting more tired and more tired. And the ninja has to stop and fight some of the Obelisk Force units, which he's doing a good job until they activate a card where only fusion material monsters can attack. So he gets beaten down into a corner, and we think he's going to lose. But then, out of nowhere, Sora jumps in, gets into the duel, has the 2,000 life point penalty, and the ninja's like, "You're helping me?" And he does all this move. He gets 2 of his fusion monsters out. Then the ninja realises that he's actually trying to help him, activates one of his cards to give his monster one of the effects of his opponent's monster so he can attack 3 times. And then he just keeps going, and they win in an OTK, which was awesome. So I like that. I usually hate all the Obelisk fights because it always ends up with I summon my ancient bloody dog thing and I fuse it to make my triple head ancient god. That's the fight every single time. It's really boring, but this one, at least it was a little bit different with the way they fought, so it was okay. And basically, as Reira's about to kind of pass out from the battles he's had, Yuya comes flying through on his bike into the building, and it just assumes he's going to help the day and save the day there. So we're going to find out that in the next episode. One last little finer thing is that Yuya didn't have any experience on these bikes, and we saw that in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, the riding duels, you had to have lessons to become good at this, and he never had that. And the way it was explained, I think, was that they had it on automatic in the duels, so that's how they were able to ride. But he's riding this bike around wherever he feels like now, and he's fucking doing stunts by jumping through windows and stuff. So I just thought it was a bit like, okay. It would have been nice if he like rode a motorbike in the real world or something in his dimension, and then that would have... I don't know what it bothers me, it shouldn't bother me. It's a bloody show about people playing cards. It doesn't bother me at all, I don't care. But yeah, the episode was good. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. What happened to Reira's past? What's Akaba Regi's real goal? What's the Fusion Dimension's real agenda? And I'm starting to like Yuri. I think he's quite cool, and I think he can be redeemed somehow, because I don't think he's that evil just yet, but we'll see. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, favourite, and subscribe, and catch you later.